Hey Don, this is Jackie, and I just want to shoot you over a quick little video and kind of go over a little bit of what I was talking about in our meeting in conjunction with the marketing that you're trying to do as for the car traffic along the side of the road. So I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit about how much volume is out there and you're able to get in customers using your website and your Google My Business profile. So I have your website pulled up and the site looks good. I like the video. The biggest thing that I would add on here would be content, and within the content you want to add the keywords that you guys want to be found for. And that would definitely be one of my biggest suggestions. Also having the address up here and phone number, so somebody can call you really quickly, or throw it into their GPS. Now, I input your information into a tool that I use called Ahrefs. And so the UR and the DR is pretty much what we'll look at first, and that's the strength and the trust that your site has with Google. They're pretty balanced, but it is on a scale of 100, so you want to constantly move them up, hopefully being a little bit stronger, like in the 30s, 40s. You guys have 116 backlinks and from 54 referring domains. So a referring domain is a website that hosts the backlink. And what a backlink is, it's your website linked to another site that points direction back to you. Now, not all backlinks are the same. Some are going to be spammy and some are going to be more authoritative. So what we do is go in and get the actually authoritative, powerful links to the site to send that power back to your site and boost it up in Google. So you guys are getting about 400 in organic traffic each month, which is pretty decent, but you want to increase the conversions to them actually going. So we really want to have, a click to call or the address there. And then you guys have 133 keywords that you're coming up for, but a lot of them you're not ranking for. So for example, the Cafe Marrese, you're getting 1.6 thousand search volume per month, and you're in the first position for this, but this isn't translating over into actual customers. So again, we really want to make sure that we have the site dialed in for conversions into customers. But I'll show you some of the other keywords that people are looking up that are really buyer intent, that they want to go and they want to have breakfast, they want to have coffee, and they're going to be going to your place. So let's see, coffee shops, Tomball, there are 50 people a month that look that up. And then you were in the 31st position, but now that's lost. Let's see if there's any other good ones. Cypress Cafe, there's 500 people a month that look that up. You aren't coming for that anymore. So that one's a pretty easy one to rank for as well. The difficulty is really easy. And then Tomball Coffee Shop, 40 people a month. Let's see if there's any other good ones. Not on here. So I'll show you what the competition's doing. So when I look up brunch places in Tomball, what comes up here first is the Google Map Pack, and this is where really, really want to be, top of this map pack. So these are the top 3 here that are coming up for Tomball. So then we go into the organics, and actually kind of to piggyback off of this real quick, there's a ton of different ways that we go in to get this ranking by adding photos, getting more reviews, and then stacking it with the profiles, social profiles, and being really responsive to the reviews. That one's huge too. So then going into the organics and seeing what your competition's doing, Sizzle and Brew is your top one. Here's their site, really engaging. It has exactly what people are wanting, what they're looking for, a really good photo of, a beautiful piece of food. They have their address here, their phone number here, click here to order online. They have their hours here, and then some of the menu. But they don't really have the content that Google likes to see. It's because they like to see in between 1,500 and 2,000 words on the homepage. So that kind of plays into y'all's benefit. But here's where they're sitting. Now they have 48 backlinks and 18 referring domains, but they are coming up for some really good keywords. So show you what they're coming up for. So breakfast in Tomball, There are 300 people a month that look that up. Brunch in Tomball, 60. Brunch Tomball, 70. Breakfast Tomball, 90 people. Breakfast Tomball, Texas, 70. Breakfast Places in Tomball, 40. Another 30, 40, 30, 20. Best Breakfast in Tomball, 30. All right here. So there's a huge volume that look up just brunch alone, and not even to mention with coffee. So once you start ranking, a percentage of that is going to the site, and a percentage of that is going to be plugging in the GPS and heading that way and turning into customers. Then your next competition is Whistle Stop. And then their website's okay. It's not really that great. The other one was actually better. Sizzle and Brew, but it's not bad. They have, pictures of the food, kind of a layout, but they do have their address here, and then phone number, and then same in the top, they have their phone number here. But their biggest thing, they have 558 backlinks coming from 88 referring domains, and they're coming up for 457 keywords. So we would just match the amount of referring domains that they have, but beat them out by at least 100 with those good quality links, and kind of take a peek at a few of their keywords. Let's see, Tomball, Texas restaurant, which, I mean, you could rank for that, but wouldn't necessarily be something we'd go off right off the bat. Tomball coffee shop, again, like 40. Breakfast places in Tomball, 40. Let's see. These are all pretty specific. Tomball food, 150. Tea room, not applicable. And then there's a ton we could go in and look for as far as coffee goes as well. So real quick, I just pulled up some coffee Tomball keywords just to kind of show you the volume for that. So coffee shops Tomball, 50, right? Another Tomball coffee shop, 40, 40, coffee shops Tomball, 30, another 30. So there's a really good, this is monthly, so it's a good total volume, and this is actually underreported. And then lastly, I just want to touch on Citations, and that's your business name, address, and phone number, and things like Yellow Pages and Yelp. What that's going to do is really help your authority with Google and help boost your Google My Business, which is one of the biggest things that we want to do, is really get you up in the rankings for the Google My Business profile. And then anybody else who looks up in the organics come into the actual site itself. And then I hope to speak with you soon. I've got a couple other recommendations based on our previous conversation as well. Thanks.